Lord Jesus, bless my mouth, bless my tongue, bless all the ears that hear this. I was born black. I adorn black. I embody black. Quality, quality, quality. Black, redefined, reshaped, realized. My beginnings are such of a lineage of Eve's atoms, the genesis of a nemesis of deceived atoms, shifted by rhythms of the word, the word, the word. Let there be light, and what was observed? Futures of Exodus, laws, and of testaments, 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 testaments of calamus, translations lost found, cannabis, 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 ingredients of oil anointed the skull of Yahshua, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Black Mountain is so deceiving us. Got us thinking that it's all about the smoke, the smoke, the smoke. But nope, Black Mountain is resurrected, worn, rubbed, dabbed, smell the essence of herbal progression, infectious direction to the top of each section. These sectors of blessings, blessings, blessings. Kids epileptic, cancers deflecting, HIV balanced diet injection. Inject this injustice. This ain't just weed. This is justice. It's just this. Medicine, medicine, medicine. Now inject this. See, they hammered them nails so we could touch this. We give thanks and together we dwell. So here, test this. Black Mountain. www.blaquemountain.com. Black Mountain, Black Mountain, Black Mountain, Black Mountain. I love y'all. Thank you, Jesus.
Welcome back to Cash Color Campus, a high level of conversation at LivehiphopDaily.tv. And this episode is sponsored by Burning Acre. Burning Acre Cannabis Bakery is an award-winning bakery and manufacturer based out of Columbia, Tennessee, and sources local, organic ingredients from carefully selected fresh farms around the Southeast and Tennessee. Burning Acre is committed to providing luxury experience backed by consistency, science, and transparency. Their owner, John Currington, is an award-winning pioneer and expert in the cannabis space and is 100% to ensuring that Burning Acre products set the bar for quality standards. So make sure y'all follow them and check them out, burningacre.com. All right, y'all, welcome back to Cash Color Campus Podcast. This is year 6. I promised y'all in year 6 that we was going to shake the room a little bit before we started up anything. And, yeah, we just did that a little bit, man. We gonna set experiences every episode. We past just talking. So, yeah, this is year 6. So that's 6 years of every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock being down here at LivehiphopDaily.tv. Big salute to my guy, Herb Imperial over there, man. Give him an applause for providing us with a super dope space every Tuesday night for the last 6 years, helping us build Cash Color Campus, a higher level of conversation. And like I said, we was going to shake the room, and I shook the room with a group of guys I met down in New Orleans. Actually, you know, the funny part, we're going to get to a longer story, but I really connected with my man Corey out when he was in the airport stuck because somebody brought a gun through the airport. we really connected that day, man. But since that day, man, I had a chance to kind of have conversations and kind of get the vibe of these guys, man. And when I say I'm a fan, I'm a fan. And I'm talking about Black Mountain Crew, man. Salute them boys. Introduce yourself, fellas.
Yes, I'm Jason. I'm a CFO with Black Mountain.
Okay.
Tari, Tahrie, Chief Branding Officer.
Yeah, and
Child of God.
That
first.
guy right there,
That
man.
part.
Yeah.
So we talking to two of a group of guys, man. Black Mountain is more than just, you know, these two folks, man. You talking about a family, organization, all that, man. So let's get into before we get into the basics, man. First, let's talk about this smoke right here. Let's talk about the plant. When was the first time you guys ever actually consumed cannabis?
For me, personally, it was probably it was my junior year prom.
Prom. Okay, I thought you was about to say college. I'm like, because I keep feeling like I'm the late bird here, man. I didn't start till I was in college.
Of my crew, I was still the late
All right.
bloomer, but was probably more so that I was drinking at the time.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
yeah, that helped influence me to smoke for the first time. So that was the first time I consumed cannabis.
What about you, Tari?
Senior, I think I was a senior.
Word, man. So y'all was in high school doing it.
Yeah. I was a senior. Female was in the mix.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Introduced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. And since y'all have been consuming, have you ever thought about why you consume? Like, is there a reason why? Like, I know for me, I need to in order for my mind to go this way instead of going all other ways. You know what I'm saying? It's the one thing that kind of sets me in a straight path. Have you ever thought about what makes you consume?
I have. I mean, for me, starting when I was 16, 17 years old, it progressed as to the actual reason. But similar to you, I think we all got a monkey that runs in our head, and it runs rapid, and sometimes cannabis helps that to slow it down a little bit and be able to function a little bit and make decisions from a different space and place. I'm a very futuristic person, so sometimes when you always planning on the future and plotting on that type of in that type of wave, sometimes you need something to kind of pull you back a little bit and slow you down.
My entire life, bro.
Yeah. But also, it's a celebratory item as well. I mean, from an accomplishment standpoint, when I'm feeling good about something in life or in a good space, it's something that I also use to treat myself almost in a trophy sense as well. So
I feel you, man.
Vacation as well.
I'm not a big drinker, so I'm on that level too. Like whenever there's a celebration moment, I light up. Like I'm not a pop bottle person, even though I will drink. Like I ain't gonna turn down no liquor if y'all got alcohol. But that's my first thought too, man. What about you, boss?
Just a vibe, man. Like, it's just a vibe. I got into it, I guess I got into it again. Recreational. Not really seeking, trying to, not for a true purpose, like, okay, I'm finna smoke to do this, to smoke to do that. It was just naturally, it was organic, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? And then I've always been knowledgeable, about, I've been knowledgeable about the plant. And just partaking in, Bob Marley, you heard Bob Marley music coming up, Cheech and Chong, you know what I'm saying? On the little movies and stuff, you remember? So,
But how high, man? How about half baked?
that was later, though. That came a little later.
We're fundraisers.
Cheech and Chong was back in the day.
We're fundraisers.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's get into the business of cannabis, man. Because, let me get a little deeper. Because when I did experience y'all for a while. Because even when you mentioned Vegas, I was like, how did I not see y'all in Vegas? Then you told me the moment I would have saw y'all in Vegas. I'm like, you're right. Yo, I saw between Las Vegas, MJ Biz, and between Blaque, Kennecott, and New Orleans, I would see these groups of brothers mobbing together. They all had Black Mountain shirts on. Now, again, music industry, you normally see people moving like that. They part of a crew. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a whole label coming through. They got all the promo stuff and all that. But now these brothers was passing out pre-rolls. Yes. And they was lighting up the whole entire building. I was like, I gotta get to know these guys, man. But how did y'all get to come together to form what we call Black Mountain right now?
I mean, it's a story that's been building over, probably say the course of 10 years. It's a partnership of 5 of us from different backgrounds and, different occupations that we transitioned into, working in the cannabis industry. And then, but we're all from Florida. As we kind of reached ends in our current means of employment. I was in corporate America, before kind of transitioning over. And when you see those glass ceilings in corporate America, where you want to get involved in something that you can have a little bit more self autonomy with, and more than anything, something that doesn't have a glass ceiling associated with it. So these guys were, they had cultivation experience, and that's where we really found our niche at is in the cultivation side, and really, like I said, understanding the plant, evaluating strains, et cetera. So initially that was our niche. As we've seen the market and the industry grow, we started to say, hey, we may want to come out and brand something. So when you saw us, that was almost like our initial side of saying, hey, let's come up with a brand, and similar to, as you kind of say, that looked like almost a record label of a group coming through, and we gonna brand and, for lack of a better term, like we say, gorilla pimp this thing like we know how to.
Definitely that.
And
Definitely.
I'm glad you
as
put.
opposed to passing out CDs and trying to convince you to listen to it.
Bro, I love how y'all put that though, gorilla pimping it, because you talk about seeing something you really don't see in cannabis a whole lot. Like you actually, period. Like you don't see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 5, 6 deep, y'all coming down, like you say, doing what y'all do. That's a music thing.
Yeah.
That's the type of energy that cannabis actually needs a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Like we seeing people come through from different backgrounds now. Like you say, you've come from corporate America. You know my life because I talk to you on a regular. You know what I'm saying? You call me, I'm at work.
That's right.
But for the
That's
most
right.
part, man, I take the energy, and I feel like we all do. We take the energy that we have from these jobs that we work every single day, and we bring that energy over here. And I feel like that definitely is needed in cannabis, especially that little hip hop twist y'all added to it. Because again, y'all was mobbing out like this was a promotion team,
Yeah.
like a real one. Like I loved it. I
Definitely.
loved it. So when it comes to, how did y'all come together overall? Because we talking about not just 2 people. You're talking about a group of 5 folks. Like how did y'all just say, okay, so you, let's form like Voltron?
I mean, we like I said, we're all from the same place. So there's a family and friendship that just existed in the space prior to working together. And just 1 to 6 degrees of separation when you recognize, okay, I went to school with him, you went to school with my brother, I know your brother, know your cousins, all of that, and we all, meeting up at the same places, working. And when you see, black people doing well for themselves and, looking for opportunities to invest after you take some of the money you're making from your, respective means of occupation, and it's like, hey, man, what can we do that maybe can put us in a better position occupationally? So that's where, working with some resources out of Northern California, we say, hey, we might be able to work on being able to identify some property, get the right licensingship, and start just learning how to grow. Yeah. Really just figure out the supply side of this thing before we try to do anything else. Meeting up back in Florida, for different vacation times, we'll meet up and talk about the idea, and sitting on the beach, we say, hey, we can form a branding name called Black Mountain that could be attached to our cultivation side of learning how to grow. And that's kind of what you're seeing now is, because we've been working together for 7 to 10 years, experience with growing for 10 years. So this marketing side now that you're seeing is more fresh, because we're like, hey, this is the time to do it, and this is the way we feel like we have our niche of trying to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of being the cultivators, we don't see a lot of there's clearly a lot of black cultivators. We just don't necessarily get the credit necessarily that you see. But there's are certain brands that we are super familiar with. You know what I mean? Like when you look around and you see the space of cannabis, what do you think that we could do more to add more black faces who are cultivators, who are growers, people who are on that side? Like what can we do to add more faces of color into that area?
I can take this right quick. Basically what we're doing now, like, because what we're doing, we effectively coming out with a brand.
Yeah.
It's more strategic than you think, but it's like the balance of organic and strategic at the same time. It's a crazy thing because it's organic to us, or within myself. Because being a branding officer, in my brain, it's kind of like it's all one thing. You know what I'm saying? So we go out here and put the brands out. We touch our people, get them laced. Get the unit, get everybody unified, get everybody looking the same, feeling the same, vibing the same. Because it's all, the Q is for quality, so it's all quality. It's a quality concept, quality idea, quality presence. We got to present it in a way so when they see it and they hear us, they see us moving, it's just like energy being transferred. So they're going to feel it, they're going to see it, and it's going to make them get interested. Well, okay, so now we're going to start to lead them over here to our cultivation side, where they can come out, we're going to touch bases with some of our people so they can educate themselves and learning that process.
And one of the things we offer is consulting.
Okay. Right.
Amongst everything, because essentially what we all are and were consultants in different aspects of business, let's just say, not even just the cannabis business. So that just brought us all together where, okay, you have a finance background, you got an operational background, you have a marketing background, you have a management background, et cetera. And here's the industry that we can all come tied into. Like, that's the dream almost to partner up with your folks and put a corporation together over time.
Facts, man, facts. How many times did y'all fuck up plants before you realized what you were doing?
Well,
I mean,
I don't see it like that.
The caveat of before we knew what we were doing, because
Yeah.
you can still fuck up plants even when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. But I mean, I'd say it was a learning curve. I mean, it was definitely a learning curve. About good 3 years, because I mean, we would change processes sometimes as well as we were teetering out, because at the end of the day, it's a fun business / science experiment.
Facts.
You come up with a purpose.
It's an expensive one.
Very, very. I mean, but that's where the strategy and the analytics come in, and trying to leverage the resources of people who have done it successfully before. And even to answer your question, being able to offer any advice to people who may be interested, or like you said, how to get more black faces. In the cultivation side of it, where hey, there's Black Mountain. I know they exist in this space. Let me see if they can help me out, or see what road I can take to follow their path a little bit. So that's something we also are open for.
Yeah. When y'all were first coming up with the concept and y'all were sitting down and you finally figured out that we could all pull our synergies together and build this amazing brand, was there any fear involved? Being that, we're still in the industry that is regulated, is leaning towards regulation, but it's still not. You know what I'm saying? It's very state to state, city to city, province to province, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody has different ideas and different understandings of what's legal and not legal when it comes to cannabis, especially when it comes to black faces. Again, we know the incarceration rates. Was there any fear about saying, all right, so we're gonna leave our corporate jobs and go do this? Where, you know what I mean, like when it comes to, did you ever have any fear like that on that level? Like, we about to leave our corporate jobs to go someplace that's gonna be 100% shaky right this moment. And you know what I'm saying? And we gotta wait it out until it's not so shaky.
Yeah, I mean, I would say caution more than fear.
Yeah, exactly. No fear.
But that was also part of the strategy, where during that time of working in our occupations, try to build up a little nest egg to try to sustain and somewhat mitigate that fear, if you will. So, being in that position where not only did we have means to invest, but a little bit to try to secure that investment. So hey, as we were fucking up plants, we can still take care of our families. We were in that position as well.
It's crazy though, but also fear will drive you to not wanting to fuck up. You know what I mean? And in a lot of ways, like I can see the fear being like, all right, I am nervous about getting in this, but at the same time, what else is gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like I can get pulled over right now with an eighth. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be on a bigger level, saying I'm building a business rather than just being holding a bag.
Exactly. I mean, and especially and that's definitely more the cautious side when it comes down to just worried about that side of it. I wouldn't say. I mean, we're in 2022 right now.
Yeah, we believers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we truly stand firm in our belief in Christ. We believe. Ain't no fear.
Bro, when y'all first stepped out and you started really doing the kind of guerrilla marketing tactics when it comes to this, and you pulling up to these events like Black CannaCon and like MJ Biz, what was the first reaction from people?
I mean, initially in MJ Biz, it was interesting because I think we all saw the signs where they were saying, no cannabis use in general. So initially we trying to figure out, day one we kind of being cautious.
Yeah.
So
y'all mean don't smoke inside the conference center, right? Like y'all don't mean just don't smoke.
We had some people kind of even gracefully approach us and let us know, hey guys, just so you know, they are kicking people out and this is a federal building, et cetera, et cetera. So at that time we were just taking heed to what we were hearing at hand, but as we seen them, it was a more relaxed environment. I mean, we were getting feedback. It was actually engaging because it was, it's an icebreaker amongst anything.
Facts.
So, a lot of folks actually giving us proactive feedback, like, I hope it's not like this, or telling us what they hope it's not like. So then, hey, let us know.
Oh, we start that conversation off. This better not be bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this better not be trash.
It's like, okay, well, we stand behind our product. So, it was interesting that, 10 out of 10 after someone tried it and ran back into us, they were either looking for another one or, giving us praise on the quality and the experience they had.
We give thanks.
Yeah.
We give thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man.
For the Q.
So MJ Biz was one monster. Like, trying to go down there, you talking about, what is it, like 5 or 6 football fields size of the conference? It was a massive endeavor to try
inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Black CannaCon was the exact opposite. And it was actually in a positive way because this was their
Also
first time
inspiring.
doing an actual physical in-person conference. But it was a lot smaller.
Definitely intimate.
What was it like going to Black CannaCon versus after going to something as big as MJ Biz?
I mean, I appreciated just the intimate environment where, I mean, as soon as we had met some familiar faces just prior to coming, so that made the networking that, you know, we were familiar coming on hand, but being able to actually have extended conversations and actually engage about the different businesses that folks were having and actually plan some meetings, some real business meetings while at the conference, you know, lunch meetings that were productive and make some contacts, including this one, while there versus bouncing from, you know, event to event, just taking time to breathe and just more so socialize than actually.
Bro, that's one thing I loved about Black CannaCon. And I know it's going to get bigger. And I keep telling people, like, you missed the first one, you missed a great opportunity to meet people. Because you talking about being in all in one room. Like, I remember I was supposed to do the interview. I did the interview with Malik Yoba. And right when I was waiting to interview him, I remember y'all being right in front of me. And I remember thinking to myself, dang, like, that's that close? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have never happened, you know what I'm saying, in Vegas because of shit. You saw Mike Tyson walk down the convention center with 900 people. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought his own group of people, man. So that moment alone was dope enough because it was dope because of how intimate it was, that we did all have a chance to kind of build. It reminded me of just almost being like at a black college experience. Like if you went to a HBCU, it was like going to a black college party. You know what I'm saying, for like 3 days.
That was cool. I want to shout out Ernest, my partner Ernest at LivehiphopCon for inviting us down.
Oh, shout out to Ernest, man. We might have Ernest come through here, man.
Got to.
Yeah, you already know I put that call in. I was like, Ernest, man, come on down. He was like, I ain't been to Atlanta in a minute, but let me check these prices.
Yeah.
We met Ernest. I was like, yo, you know, Ernest. They was talking, we got the conference in New Orleans, November 18th. I'm like, November 18th? Like, yo, that's my birthday. Like, I ain't never been in New Orleans.
Bro, I didn't know it was well, I didn't know you then. I didn't know you then.
Ernest was like, man, I'm going to sing, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to sing y'all boys and you know what I'm saying? Take care of y'all. Ernest took, you know what I mean? He really looked out, you know what I'm saying? We came down.
So let me tell y'all a funny story about Black Mountain, all right? So on the way back from New Orleans, I'm on a plane, first thing in the morning. I'm thinking I'm perfectly fine. It's 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. About to land around 1 o'clock, have a great afternoon. And then my plane lands. I turn my phone back on and I get all these messages asking me if I'm alive. And I'm like, first thing, don't text me and ask me if I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? like you're not going to get a response, number one. Yeah. Then I'm asking, like, why are people asking if I'm alive? You go online and apparently somebody, you know, with the gun went off. So we get off this plane. And when I say it was almost like if you ever thought about an apocalyptic situation, go into Hartsfield Airport where the train don't move. There's no information. And all planes are stopped. I'm talking about thousands of people all at one night. Thousands of people.
It's the busiest airport.
We had to walk from our gate all the way down to the terminal, which is miles. Like I'm not even exaggerating. Like it was just a long walk through all these people. Nobody knew where they were going. It was like one big ass fire festival. It was crazy. But the thing that saved me, was as I'm walking, I looked behind me and I saw a Black Mountain shirt, and I was like, yo, I think I kept saying to my mind, yo, I know he got weed on him. Because right now is a moment I'm gonna need a joint. Exactly. And as we got upstairs and after we went through the ordeal of trying to get the bags off, it was just a mess, man. But my man finally turned to me and said, "Oh yeah, man, I want to give you this. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Right on the time, man." You talk about marketing and branding. I turned around, saw that Black Mountain shirt. I was like, I know this guy got some bud on him.
Shout out Mr. Corey.
Shout out to Corey.
Jeez.
Shout out to Corey. Corey for the win. Corey for the win. Because after I hit that blunt, after I hit that joint, I knew I was gonna have y'all on this show. I was like, that right there, that's next level marketing.
I mean, when we were out there in New Orleans, the guy was running up on us, telling us we had to meet you. Like he was like, hey, you got to find this guy. He was showing us a picture. Like, hey, when you see him, I don't remember the guy.
Yeah.
No, meet who?
You.
He was like, he's walking around with a brain. He was telling us what you was wearing.
You, brother.
Bro, y'all gotta get off that gas.
He was telling us
he said that too, and I don't believe y'all. Like, who was walking around saying, go meet me?
So that's double down. We didn't send an email about that.
That's crazy. No, let me find out. I gotta,
yeah. So you know, like you said, the networking side of it, and he was, you know, he actually wasn't, I think, was that a Black conference? Yeah, that was in New Orleans. So
yeah, that was in New Orleans.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Corey though, man. Corey made the circle complete. Because when I say after we got through that, because it took about 4 hours. After we got through that, I was like, I know I need to join.
Yeah, when we got, I was calling him, trying to get in contact with him, make sure he was okay, because I knew he was landing about that same time. So.
Bro, that was wild as hell. I've never ever been through nothing like that, and I'm a calm person. Like I'm walking through, but when you realize everybody shut down. and you got people departing and trying to arrive at the same time.
Interesting enough, on our way out, the trains were shut down.
Yeah, they wasn't playing with that.
Yeah, I mean, before the even gun thing, they was having issues with the train.
And let me tell you,
we had to walk.
We had to walk to take the flight
Man, we
to
had
New
to walk.
Orleans.
let me tell you some first world problem shit too. As we're going through this tunnel of people, there's this one escalator we could all use. And as everybody's going up the escalator, they're holding up the escalator because somebody has to pull their phone out to film and show how many people are behind them.
in line,
So that took even extra time.
Oh, yeah.
That took even extra
Gooseneck and
time
rubberneck.
Yeah,
as people are
rubberneck.
trying to Facebook Live this whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, shout to Black Mountain, man. Good marketing came in handy that day, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Corey.
Make it easy.
Make it easy.
Yeah, G.
So when it comes to finding people to work with, saying outside of Black Mountain, like you say, you meeting with other people. Y'all was out in North Cali and things like that. Like, what's y'all criteria when it comes to working with y'all?
I mean, we like to sit down and, we leverage Mr. Tyree, Mr. Anderson to help kind of vet a lot of the networking we do. But, just good vibes, good conversation, experience. I mean, definitely looking for the opportunity where there's some fit where, we can leverage each other, or even if it's not a direct business opportunity, even if it's just leveraging the networking opportunity, because, I mean, we all need to work with each other to even just, if it is just support.
Yeah, we have to in this industry.
Yeah.
Like literally, we got to lift each other up in order to be part of a bigger
Right.
piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no bigger piece if we all not lifting each other up. I smell some good weed right now, man. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about these pre-rolls over here, man. Like, so what are in these? What are rolled up in these? Number one. Shh. Oh, we can't say shh. Shh. We about to feed the audience. You can't
Sun
say
grown. Organic,
Let there be light.
natural.
natural.
Yeah.
So would y'all keep people in mystery? Just everything is a Black Mountain strain.
No, I mean it's a quality OG.
Okay.
Termed as ruthless, but we really are proud of the way we grow it, and we kind of stick to our guns of using the sun to produce our product.
So no indoor products for you. Y'all ain't pulling out the lights and nothing like that.
Nah, that's not where we're at. We understand, that is a market, and understand that. But right now, I think when you have the right strain, there's nothing better than a good
Look,
sun-grown
you
product.
talk about an Instagram war,
Give thanks.
indoor versus outdoor. You talk about an
Well, see,
Instagram battle.
Yeah, I mean that's where even sometimes just having the product available for just consumption can kind of put that to rest sometimes. Sometimes the mind can tell you because someone's telling you it's this, then
Yeah, there's no battle.
yeah.
No battle.
How y'all feel about legalization? Like, do you feel like legalization is a positive thing?
In the grand scheme of things, yes. Yeah. I mean it's something that I think has been needed for a while, even if it's just to eliminate the downside of it being illegal and people having to deal with the ramifications of operating it illegally.
I find myself the more I do this show, I find myself being on the fence about legalization. Like, I'm all for decriminalization. Like, let's stop criminalizing us.
Yeah.
Period. Number one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Legalizing to me is so iffy at this moment because of how popular it's gotten over the last couple of years. Like, you're seeing a lot more big business coming through. You're seeing a lot more celebrities have strains. Like, shit, I remember being in MJ Biz and Lil' Kim had a strain. I didn't even know Lil' Kim smoked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Lil' Kim smoked, and she has a strain of weed. So we're going to see a lot more big business and a lot of things like that happen, which I feel like when they've passed a sweeping legalization bill, then that might knock all the small-time growers, small-time cultivators out the way. So I'm always worried about that part. I'm more like, yo, can y'all just decriminalize? Shout out to Stanley Atkins. You finally got to me. Can we just decriminalize? You know what I'm saying? Knock all the illegalities out of the way
Right.
before we start moving forward towards how to legalize this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree that being at least a first step.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting, though. I mean, I agree. I actually used to work for Johnson & Johnson and can see what it's like when Big Pharma want to come in.
See, I don't want to smoke Johnson & Johnson weed.
But that's the thing. You're not going to be able to,
No.
and to your point, you're not going to be able to compete in that space when someone can just come and, knock it down. But that's where, when you know where the puck is going, as they say in hockey, you want to skate. You want to skate to where it's going, and that's where
Clearly.
we recognize that, hey, at some point, it's going to be straight to the consumer, not too different from what you're seeing with what you saw with cigarettes, what you see with 6-packs, etc. So why don't we try to push and be there? And hey, why can't we be Philip Morris? Over the course of time.
I feel you, man. I'm not the old man on the porch. You're like saying like don't legalize. Like I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is, and to that point about the fear of the caution.
Yeah.
We're okay either way.
Yeah.
Because to your, to your point, the criminalization side of it.
Yeah.
It just opens it up for the market of hey, operate as you choose.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what's next, man? I heard y'all might be taking this Black Mountain experience around the country or something like that.
I'm gonna slide back in the loud.
Talk to me, talk to me, man.
Yeah. Well, we have our conversation. We been talking about a lot of things.
Can I break some news to y'all, man? I'll break a little bit of news. So I've been in my mind about this for the last 2 years, and I thought that and I joke a lot. I feel like I know people know who we are. You know what I'm saying? I think that people need to know who we are on a bigger level. So I said, this year I'm gonna put my money to the side and I'm gonna put Cash Color Cannabis on the road, and we're gonna have a Cash Color Cannabis tour. Right. And then I met Black Mountain. And me and Tari was talking, was like, yo, why don't we make this a combination tour, man? Like Cash Color Cannabis, Black Mountain. Let's go to a couple of cities. So I think we about to do that. We might kick this off in New Orleans. Dates be announced very shortly, man. But
Black Mountain Experience.
Black Mountain Experience, Cash Color Cannabis Experience. It's gonna be up all the way, man. So thank y'all for partnering with me. Thank y'all for even reaching out and thinking thinking my idea was a viable idea to partner up with.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be going some places, man. I think Puerto Rico's one of them.
Yeah. We're looking at Puerto Rico, March 24th through the 28th.
Yeah.
So y'all get ready. Get ready for that.
Yeah. Cash Color Campus growing, and I'm growing with my brothers over here, man.
The Black Mountain Experience will be out there.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I feel the crowd getting antsy. They wanna come touch y'all and come get with y'all too, man.
Okay.
I know y'all kind of secretive, y'all a little bit on the low, but y'all got the website, y'all got a presence out here. For people who want to actually learn more about Black Mountain, they want to, just kind of tap in on that level. How can they get in touch with y'all?
They can hit us on the IG. They can hit us definitely on the IG. We've been blessed to get some assistance with the IG. Beautiful sister named E, that's helping us, get that situated. Definitely they can go to the website, www.blaqu, and the Q's for quality, mountain, mountain.com. Drop a little line in the info box, and we'll get up with you.
That's what it is, man.
We'll get up with you.
Look, definitely. Cash Color Campus Experience just jumped off season 6 with a bang.
Yes, pleasure.
with a bang. Bro, I appreciate y'all coming through.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having us.
My guy right here.
Yes, sir.
You talking about putting the play together.
Yes, sir.
You talking about putting the play together,
yes,
man.
That's him.
And that's Cash Color Cannabis Season 6. Cash Color Cannabis, high-level conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv.